Here goes. Dun, 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 dun. That's definitely Doctor Who music. Definitely Doctor Who music. Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Guns and Glory with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous likes, views, comments, suggestions, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. I really appreciate it. Make sure you do subscribe and click that like button. It is free for you and incredibly helpful for me. Today we're going to talk about basics. We are in kind of the starting phase of our series of videos on Guns of Glory, and we're going to keep it basic as much as we can until it gets more complicated. We are on our demonstration account, Mr. Guild, which is a castle level 6. And what we're going to do today is just talk about the screen layout and where you find certain things and where you should be focusing on a daily basis. If you've just currently started a new game play in this a new account in this game, then this should be important for you to kind of get a little idea. Most importantly, I will say, click on everything. This is one of those games that has a lot of things to click on, and you should click on everything as much as you possibly can. I also will note again, there are a lot of games I've played, a lot of mobile games I've played. This one doesn't seem too heavy on the pay to win. It doesn't seem to hassle me as often as I think it would or should or maybe tries to, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's very nice to hear. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start it off. Top of the screen, obviously we can see how many resources we have on hand. This is not our total amount of resources. We do have some in our items backpack down below. There are also iron and silver, which we don't have access to yet because we are only a small level castle. Up here is our gold. Gold is important. Gold you can trade for various items, speed ups, etc, etc, etc. You can gamble the gold, you can bank the gold. Gold is basically the kind of main utility currency of the game itself. Now the next row here we have is our kind of events. These are things that are happening, either global events for the entire server or the entire kingdoms, or events that are personal to you or personal to the alliance itself. First thing I do when logging on is always click the event center and have a look and see what's going on. Now, as I'm a new castle, the most important event that's happening at the moment is an individual event called the Musketeer's Road. Now, this is basically one of those events, and every game has them. There's a 5-day event that's designed to continue to help you, but also designed to make you log in on a daily basis and do stuff. By following this Musketeer's Road, you will get faster, better, quicker. Okay? Stronger. What is that song? Stronger, better, make it, work it, do it, funky person, people, now. I don't know if that's a song, but it's something like that. But basically, guys, it's really important. If you follow this Musketeer's Road for the first 5 days, you're going to be setting yourself up for a good thing. This is also important because by completing the Musketeer's Road, getting 100 points, if you see here, click the reward exchange list. Inez Suarez, is that her name? Yes, Inez Suarez costs 100 points. So you need to get a minimum of 100 points up here, and you do those by completing these tasks. This is a superhero in terms of this. She is the highest tier hero you can get, which is gold or S level, and she is pretty cool as well. So really try hard to get this person, and it shouldn't be too hard. You should be able to get 100 points pretty easy within 5 days. And this is what I'm going to be doing mostly off camera, getting these points on a daily basis to make sure that we get in as our thing. So make sure you do the Musketeer's Road. Most important thing as a new account. Up here we also have the War Aid Center. This is basically where they try and sell you stuff. Don't worry about it too much, but just make sure you come in every day to the daily deal and click up this little chest here, which gives you a few speed ups, which is fantastic. Event Center we've just been in, so that's cool. I forgot we'd already done that. Then we have Carnival Fever. Carnival Fever happens every day. Basically it resets. You can see it's going to reset in 39 minutes. This is why I'm speaking so fast, because I want to be ready. And every day, basically, you have tasks to do, either killing high-level beasts, doing some research, upgrading some buildings, recruiting some heroes or guards, etc., etc. You can see 4 airship elements for each. These kind of cycle through on a daily basis. They're always very, very good to do. We have lots to do, and we're not going to get any of those done today, so we'll focus on tomorrow's one in 38 minutes. Next, of course, we have the map, where we can have a look and see the thing. I never really bothered about it, so don't worry about that. Let's go back like so. Then we have our talents. Talents are things that your lord is up here in the corner of the screen. He can learn through utilizing his talent points. These are usually things that have cooldowns, so we can instantly harvest 5 hours, it has a 12-hour cooldown, etc, etc, etc. Don't worry about them until you actually have a talent activated through your talent skill tree, which we don't yet, and we will do on a later basis. This clicks back and forth, obviously, between your estate and the thing. Let's just scroll out. Whoops. Scroll out a bit here. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. I will say the zoom in functions and stuff like this works very, very well. Mail, obviously where you get your mail. I don't need to tell you how to use a mailbox, but make sure you read your mail, especially if you're part of an alliance. It's very, very helpful. Items, so this is our main storage area, our backpack. Whenever you get something from completing a task, doing something, killing something, finishing an event, blah, 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 it's going to come into this little bit here, and then you can utilize it. So obviously you can see we have 100 gold, but we have gold up here. This gold is actually just sitting and waiting in our backpack. It's not part of this 660 here. If we want to use it, we can go use gold. Bang, you can now see we have 760 gold up there and no gold in our backpack. So this stuff is all sitting here dormant until you decide to use it. Remember that. This is also where you can find the store and you can buy things with the gold that you have. Gold is relatively easy to come by. The higher level you'll get, you'll notice that you do have quite a lot of gold, so don't be afraid of spending it. Excuse me. Alliance, obviously an important thing. We're going to go more about an alliance menu, probably in a separate video. But just make sure that you make sure and just make sure that you make sure. Make sure. When you make sure, just make sure that you make sure you click the help button as often as you can. Click the help button as often as you can. Donate to Alliance Knowledge as often as you can. And join rallies as often as you can. Those are the three main things. And in every game, those are the three main things that help your alliance grow and help you grow. Very, very important. Here we have the guards. These are the guards that you can recruit through the use of recruitment banners at the recruitment hall. Obviously they are tiered. You have the gold or yellow guards, which are the highest, then you have purple, then you have blue, then you have green. At the start of the game, and if you're just starting out, just keep every hero. Do not destroy any of these heroes, do not discharge any of these heroes. Keep them and wait until you get some better heroes before you can decide what to do. We will do obviously an in-depth video on guards as a separate thing. One second, excuse me, cool. Just checking the time. Over on this side, obviously we have the chat function. It's a little bit annoying, this chat function, and how it works and how you kind of type stuff and how you send and how the emojis work, but it is and it is and it is what it is. Right. You can also have Kingdom Alliance, rooms, private, all that kind of stuff. We can talk about that in a separate video, I think. Up here we have the chapter, so this is obviously only a newbie starting thing. We can claim all this, can we? Oh, fantastic. I think we've finished that chapter and finished all the chapters. We have finished all the chapters. Excellent. No. For the crown. Okay, for the crown. Okay, wow. I don't remember this bit at all. Slightly annoying. Didn't really want this in the middle of my video. I shouldn't have pressed that button. Okay, so it's telling us about the throne war, I guess, that is going to come eventually. The kill event that will usually happen on the weekend. I think there's one coming up next weekend. Okay, it seems that's finished, so we can ignore that. Fantastic. Over here we have the daily and main quest. This is the most important part of the game as far as I'm concerned. The main quest and the growth quests are going to kind of point you in the direction you should be going. If you feel a bit lost, you don't know what you should be focusing on, come into here and check these things. These are going to kind of guide you to where you should be at certain levels in your castle and personal development. Daily quests you should get done on a daily basis every day. Obviously, they always stay the same. They're relatively easy to get. The rewards are not huge, but added up over time, they are a very good thing to do. Obviously, I'm going to try and finish these off camera before the 34 minutes is up. Reset is in 34 minutes, so to speak. This little lady here, the helper, she will kind of give you a good idea if you're missing something. She often just repeats herself quite a lot, so I don't use her that much, but especially at the start, very, very kind of helpful. Look, I mean, I see power. This is how to upgrade the castle. This is how to do this. Very, very helpful kind of guide, I think, and really, really useful. No, thank you. So that's the first one we've seen in a 15-minute video so far. Up here we have the builders. If you can afford the 99 cents it is. Where is it? I think an extra builder is $1. If you can afford, there it is, right? Extra builder, $1. I know some people don't like to spend on games, but if you like this game, if you think you're going to play this game for a little while, $1 on an extra builder is going to help you a lot. And I think it's worth it for a game that you might play 2 or 3 hours a day. $1 is not too much money at all. Obviously up here we have the Lord info screen. On this side here we have our equipment. We don't have any equipment yet, but when we do, it'll go here. Over here we have our handsome face. I'm looking good today, thank you very much. Down here we have our Lord power, and if you click on that you can see lots of your Lord stats. Here we have our experience up until the next level. When we go up each level, we're going to get more talent points, which are over here. And this heart here is our stamina, which at the current rate improves 1 out of every 327 seconds, or regains. Achievements up here, not open for us yet, but these are just basically do things like achieve level castle and you'll get some gold. Talent points, we're going to do a separate video on talent points, where we're going to go, which tree we're going to take and how we're going to focus on that, and what my suggestion would be for you when you're starting out. Leaderboard, obviously where you can check different alliances, your individual power, and all that kind of jazz. Not too important for us at the moment. And then settings, very good always to familiarize yourself with the settings. This is where you can change your languages, bind your accounts, and do certain things like turning off the ability of other lords to view your equipment, which is actually quite an important thing to do. It just means that they can't see what kind of gear you're using, which might help you in the long run. Gift codes, etc., terms of service, and all of that jazz. Bam, bam, bam. And then down here we can obviously change our name, change the portrait. Accolades are something that comes later on in the game, and then it just gives us information about who we are and what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of main screen of Guns of Glory. As I've said before, I like this game. I like it a lot. There's always something happening. If you like it, just make sure that you click everything. Don't be afraid to click a button. Don't be afraid to click on an item in your inventory and go, what the hell is this? What does it do? Oh, this free trade munitions exchange. Okay, what's that? Do we have a munitions exchange? No, we don't. Okay, so then how do we build one? Oh, we've got to wait until this level. Castle level 8. Okay, cool. That's how you learn how to play. So, thank you so much for watching. Please click that like. Please subscribe. Really, really helps me out. There will be another video on this. I think the next one coming up is going to be about Lord Talent Point and where to focus them. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're going to join me in playing this game. As I said, I think it's fun. I think there's a lot to do and there's a lot to learn. And I like the style of it. I like the way it looks. I will see you in the next one. Cheerio. Bye.